13 days after her abduction, an American nurse from New Hampshire and her daughter are released by the gang that kidnapped her, thanks to mounting international pressure and intervention. But this kidnapping is more the norm than the exception in a nation that has gone rogue and roughshod on Haitians and foreigners alike after the 2021 assassination of then-President Jovenel Moïse. VOA senior diplomatic correspondent Cindy Sain reports.
A Christian relief organization in Haiti says that American nurse Alex Dorsenville and her daughter have been freed nearly 2 weeks after they were kidnapped in the capital, Port-au-Prince. The organization asked the media that the family not be contacted because they are healing from the situation. Dorsenville and her daughter had been abducted at gunpoint in front of a patient. Residents celebrated their release.
We will really believe it when we see her, as grandmother likes to say. I'm going to wait for her right here. I've been fasting, I haven't eaten anything, but I'm going to wait for her right here. Today the miss has been freed. We thank God for that.
Local school children had called for their release. The State Department also welcomed the release. It had closed the U.S. Embassy to the public this week due to gunfire in the area and the grave lack of security.
We welcome the reports of their release. We have no greater priority, of course, than the safety and security of U.S. citizens overseas.
Tensions escalated this week in Port-au-Prince as protesters, many wearing masks, set a government vehicle on fire and squared off against police. And others demanded aid and protection from violent gangs. The United Nations Refugee Agency said nearly 74,000 people fled Haiti last year because of surging gang violence and poverty. The UN also says 5.2 million people, nearly half Haiti's population, need urgent humanitarian assistance. One expert told VOA that there is a complete lack of authority and gangs have filled the vacuum.
The problem now is that it's basically paralyzed daily life, economic life, social life. Schools are no longer functioning. It's difficult to go to the market. And it just doesn't affect the capital city of Port-au-Prince. It actually affects much of the rest of the country.
The United Nations has been calling for member countries to send a multilateral police force to help Haiti's outgunned police. Kenya says it is considering sending some 1,000 police to Haiti. George Fariol of the Center for Strategic and International Studies welcomes the idea and says the United States will likely help with logistics.
In a practical sense, the Kenyans on their own can't get to Haiti. They need support. They need logistics, transport. And even once they're in Haiti, there's going to be a language issue. There's some practical questions in terms of what is the mode of operation that they will have. Is this sort of a static operation? Will they be moving out? What's the plan?
Experts say that despite the mixed success of past international interventions, Haitians are so desperate now that they would welcome nearly any form of protection from the violent gangs. Cindy Sain, VOA News.